Like, hi, this is the planning board. Can everyone hear us? Why am I showing muted again? Can you unmute me there? I'm the 1.5 to that guy. That's too, or, I don't know. No, can anyone hear me?
In the room. Our audio is being transcribed at least, but so the Zoom is picking up our audio, but we're not transmitting the audio. Oh, it's actually picking it up from your phone.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, no, because that's saying that Terry's speaking.
You're right. It's picking it up from there. I think it's in but it's all in there? Oh, you can hear it? Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you. Give a thumbs up. All right. Thank you for your patience. We had some complications here, and I still don't think we're fully up and running, but we will muddle through it. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get files.
I don't think we can hear that.
They might have to
No.
chat their way through it.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, we can't hear you on that. Using the wrong mouse. This audio is all good. Somebody was in here making some changes, unfortunately. All right, so it is currently 7:10. Call the meeting to order. It's Thursday, 8:22 p.m. So please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. All right, just for a reminder, this is a public meeting being video and audio recorded for cable broadcast. We do have the sign here as well. So first I want to confirm the next meeting is going to be on Wednesday, September 18th, 7 p.m., same time. And first order of business on the agenda is to review, act, or discuss Justin and Stephanie Pratt, 14 Maris Lane, map 9, lot 57, tax 9, for water drainage problems.
Good evening, my name is Elliot Brand, attorney in Northampton, Massachusetts. I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Pratt. You may recall a couple of months ago I come in, and the architect had done a rendering of what he thought should be done, and then we had an engineering survey company go out, take a look at the site, actually lay out. I took a copy, I think she's away this week.
She's just away today.
Okay. So he laid out the topography of the site and then took the information that the architect previously suggested where honestly, I thought this one was a little bit easier to read. Okay. So what he basically did was he put the topography down, he's holding 32.99 or 33 feet as he's going to fill. So he would have 33 feet here, 32 feet here, 31 feet there, and have a slight grade, fill the yard, and hopefully solve the problem.
Okay.
Now this has to go to the National Services for Endangered Species. So we want to come here out of inspection before we file with them and say, listen, this is what we're proposing.
Yes, sir.
We anticipate a little bit of pushback, and I'm told it typically is, which is fine. We're happy to meet with them and discuss it. But at some point, we hope that they come up with a plan that they agree to, that we would come back here, find that this is what they've agreed to, we're comfortable with it, and then we try to get it filled before the winter.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's the update. Okay. All right. I mean, this looks pretty cut and dry to me. I don't have any questions or concerns here for you. Mr. Cunha?
No. So they're not addressing like framing.
And a solution has to be found. They can't
Yeah.
just left it there.
Okay.
And I think that, like I said, he has a lot to say about it, so we're going to submit to them probably tomorrow or Monday, and they do have up to 90 days, and hopefully they're going to act a little quicker. The engineer has a personal relationship with the woman that actually is the field person. I think that might help us get it done a little quicker.
Okay. Any questions or
concerns on your end, your client? Sir,
No, I have no.
nothing further? Okay.
No.
All right,
The clients are actually in Bulgaria, they apologize if they're not able to make it home.
okay.
And
Pretty good excuse. A long way.
I don't know if you need a couple of copies that they need.
Okay, yeah, I'll make sure we get those to Carrie.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch with Kerry when we get back from, we made the speech.
Okay.
You're not going back to the edge of it,
I'm gonna go soon.
Yeah, I want to roll them all up, get them all together. We'll get them to Carrie. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you so much.
Sorry for the late start. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you. Good night. All right, next item on the agenda, and Mr. Cassagetti, I saw the email between you and Carrie, so I realize you want to continue some of this, but next item on the agenda, as written, is a Hunter's Hill subdivision, and the map 21 and the lots is listed here in the agenda, and map 22 and lots also listed there. There's two items there, two sub-items. One is the change of road name, and the other one is the cost to complete construction proposal. And Mr. Cassagetti, as I understand it, you want to continue the first item, letter A?
No, actually, I wasn't sure I was able to attend tonight. I wasn't able to attend physically, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to be here with you via Zoom, but I am. So,
Okay.
we can certainly address. I know we can't deal with the second matter anyways because it hasn't gone out to Weston and City. Is my understanding from talking to Kerry.
No, we can actually address both because it's a vote on the scope of services. So
Okay, yeah.
You received a copy of the scope of services. We can act on both items this evening if the board agrees to, and we can go forward. So on the first one, I guess I can talk to both of these. Let me just find it here. I know that I had an email from Mr. Cassagetti and asking about renaming. This is in your packets. You guys have everything except for the last two chunks of email, but there was an email initially where the applicant was trying to change the name of the road. So if you look at your packet, there is currently a section of road that intersects Anderson that's named Miranda Way, and that goes all the way north to, let me change my tool here, all the way north and intersects Clubhouse Drive, and actually wraps around. It tees with Clubhouse Drive and wraps around and intersects Clubhouse Drive. So what they're requesting is, first they wanted to just name the portions north of Clubhouse Drive Bayberry Drive and keep the south portion Miranda. But after some exchange between Jim Aguiar and who did he talk to? He talked to the fire chief and the police chief. There was concerns about safety, right? And so the agreement was made, and there was also some alternatives, and Jim provided some alternatives in his email that specifically talked about a couple options. One of them being, and what was it originally was effectively agreed on at the end here was instead of having it staying the way it is, the alternative was to only change the entire thing, including the connection from Anderson all the way wrapping around that entire length would be Bayberry. The only request from that one parcel that is existing on Miranda, which would then be Bayberry, is that the address would remain unchanged, and that was 1001.
1001, and Jim said that he didn't intend to change that number anyways. So he said that was perfect. Fine.
And so that's item number one. Is there anything else you wanted to talk to on that one?
No, I think you've covered it all. Doreen has agreed to the name change. She has no problem with it, so long as the number stays the same, which she agreed to do. So I think we should be, I think we should be good to be able to, make that change.
Okay.
As
Motion to
requested.
approve.
Right, so you want to make a motion
Yeah,
to?
I make a motion to approve the change of the road name as per the request.
Right.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion before we take it to vote? Concerns or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Record show, that's 4 ayes. And then on the second one here, there is, and in your packet as well, there was a, email from, let me just scroll down a little bit here, with your estimate for cost to complete, from Longboat Homes. And then, following that is a, proposal, from our Weston and Sampson, our consultant, for the scope of services from Weston and Sampson. And you have the details are in front of you, and I assume you have this as well too, right, Mr. Castagnetti?
I do.
Okay. And the bottom line is there, the estimate is for the total, says in the fee, says we recommend that the town establish a budget of $2,990. That's the bottom line on this, where scope of work is also listed, as well as schedule, in that detail. So I'll dispense with the reading of this. It's in the meeting packet.
And we've submitted that payment.
Okay. Got it. So,
Let's make a motion to approve the Weston and Sampson scope of services as provided.
Okay.
Second.
a motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's, again, 4 ayes. So quick and easy.
Okay, quick question for you on a, I don't know if Carrie just checked in. I know I tried to get a hold of Carrie. I know she's been out, and I'm not sure if she had an opportunity to talk to you about, we have an order of conditions pending with the Conservation Commission on the community, the clubhouse and the amenities. And we also have an application pending with the Stormwater Committee. And we met with Weston Sampson today for the drainage analysis on that, which would obviously serve the Conservation Commission, the Stormwater Committee, and you. And I just carried you just to confirm that where the clubhouse and the amenities were a requirement that were imposed on the special permit. If adding that now, knowing it was a component of the development, do you agree that it's appropriate that we just deal with that as a minor modification?
You're saying you're adding that, or what are you requesting?
We're just, at the time that we submitted the application, the special permit, called out for the 3,500 square foot clubhouse, the pickleball courts, and so forth. So it was a requirement. We, at the time, didn't know where it was going to be located and hadn't had everything designed. So now we're just looking to identify the location of it and add it to the project. To actually give you the physical components of it.
Right, okay, so now you're talking about locating the amenities that we already voted on to allow you to place for all the other work. Yeah, that's definitely just a minor.
Yeah.
Just a minor amendment, yeah, just talk to Carrie about that. She's been checking her emails, so she did forward me that email, and she wasn't quite sure what you were referring to, so I'll write her back and let her know. She'll be back first thing next week. She had to just take emergency travel. But no, I did see the exchange, so I'll note that and get that back to Carrie so you guys can reach out to her with details, but I'll let her know that we talked and what the nature of that was.
Terrific. Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Sorry for the confusion at the beginning there. All right, that's number 2. Last one is, next one, is item 4A3, which is Grasshopper Energy, 893 Brook Street, map 16, lot 28, scope of services from Western and Sampson. Ahmed, you're muted. Let's see if I can unmute you. I can't unmute you. Okay, okay, go ahead. I can't hear you. I saw
Can
that
you hear me now?
we can hear you now, yep.
Okay, good. Yes, would you like me to speak now, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Yes, the item on the agenda today to discuss is the scope of work from Weston and Sampson to be approved. And I sent an email earlier today showing that we've already sent the check that should be received tomorrow at the planning board to the town hall in attention Ms. Easterday for the services amount for this step. But I
did see it at the tracking number from Mississauga, Ontario.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I sent, yeah, you saw to yesterday and yourself. I think if we can get the whole scope, so the board can, we don't have to. It takes a very long time, and we're like going into the winter if we keep at that cadence. So what I'm asking the board tonight, if you can approve Weston and Sampson to continue the work they need to do, we'll fund it as they send you the scope, or like the quote, we'll fund it. And so we can get through the next steps without having to come back for a meeting, a monthly meeting, just to go from one step to another. Just to put some color on this, we submitted our response to Weston and Sampson on July 15th, and today is August 22nd, and we still haven't moved forward. And it was one calculation that needed to be reviewed, and we could have started a long time ago. And thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, so yeah, I talked to Kerry about this as well, and Weston and Sampson's going to work up like an estimate, so we can get a better idea. And once we get that information, and then we can figure out how we want to approach that, because it's kind of unusual. Usually we get a no-kidding scope that has a dollar value that's more concrete, but realizing the dynamicness of the situation, I know that when Kerry talked to Jim, he said he can scope some of it, and he'll provide an estimate, but it's going to be hard to kind of nail it down. So when we talk to Kerry on Monday, we'll see what she got from Jim, but that's how we'll take it. But for tonight, the only thing we're going to act on is just this one, get this handled. You've already sent the payment in, and I got the information. Kerry got the information, so we can move on from here with just this one for now. But yeah, I understand. We can't vote to approve something we don't have in our hands. What we can do is vote on what we have right here, and that is for the scope with the tasks, with task 1, review of existing design, task 2 for meeting support for the total of $3,710, and that matches the check you've already sent in. So that's what we're prepared to act on this evening.
Through the chair, they will be also required to monitor the work. So like I don't want us to come to a point we want to start and we can't start because we can't get them on site to monitor the work.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do about that?
Yeah, so that's something they can put in their estimate. I don't have anything in front of me to vote on. There's nothing to act on. I can't just vote on. I can't vote on an idea of what they might do. I don't have any documentation to support it. But what we can do is, and get this from Jim, we can handle this as quick as possible.
Okay. And when is the next meeting? The next meeting is in September.
September 18th. September 18th.
The scope will have to wait till that time to be approved, the new scope that they will send?
I would expect them to get it to us sooner, and we can act on it September 18th.
Okay.
Somebody want to, yeah,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve, the, scope of services for Western and Sampson for the dollar amount provided. Second.
all right, so before we take it to vote, so motion and second, discussion, you want to speak on this?
Need to bring something to your attention.
If you want to come closer, we're having audio issues here, and this is our audio. Can you please state your name?
Lauren Beausoleil, 1680 Pine Street. I just need to bring something to your attention. I know I talked to Ms. Harfez, or actually Ms. Goulart at the stormwater. There's a problem with them shutting the gate, and someone's going to get hurt. Because there were 2 gates that were not shut the last time, but they're constantly keeping that first gate open, and kids are going up there, and they're going into it. Cars think that Pine Street is extended into there, and they're going into it, and right after that is a tree. So all you need is someone to, and kids are riding down the ramp. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. One other thing is, the last time they were at the board and we discussed the trees, they said that they were going to plant the trees when they cut the trees. They cut the trees mid-July, and they haven't planted the trees yet. And I called many nurseries and asked if it was okay to plant, and they just chuckled and said, of course. So it's they can plant them.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Mr. Ahmed, can you address those 2 concerns, please?
Yeah, sure. About the gates open, they normally leave the gate open while they're working inside. I let them know to close it behind them. Although I've been there maybe over 100 times, I've never seen any kids on that street. But in any case, we don't want anyone to get hurt, so we'll keep it closed. Second thing is the trees. We have the trees. We bought the trees, and I'm not sure about that piece of information about it. Any time you can plant them, but the best time to plant them is in September, and starting from September, between September and October, and this is when we will plant them.
Okay.
It could be gone by the time.
Well, we're meeting September 18th, if they're not planted by then, we'll definitely, nothing we can do until September. So, I mean, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But thank you. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Really appreciate it. And, yeah, I second that thing about the gate, because I used to be concerned about kids getting that, cars getting there, going up and over the ditch and binding it.
And it's not just while they're working. I understand while they're working, these gates are open.
Right.
But this is, one gate has been open all week. There was a worker there today who shut it.
Okay.
So
All right,
just
okay.
let you know.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. All right, so we got a motion and a second on the table. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, thank you. Next item is, down the bottom there is the public hearing. Good night. For David Butler, trustee of the Butler Family Irrevocable Trust, 833 William Street, map 8, lots 20 and 21, for special permit application. They asked to continue this to the next meeting. They need a motion to continue this public hearing to September 18, 2024. Motion made, second? Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Awesome. And next item is approval of the meeting minutes from July 17th, 2024. Somebody make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any correspondence, Mrs. Easterday?
I did ask her, she said she would tell me, we did not, that she forwarded to me.
Okay, no correspondence. Any additional public input?
I wanted to
think
raise
it's on that.
something for
Yeah, please.
conversation. And this is just, from the experience we've been having with the, Weston and Sampson statements of work. We first have to approve the request for it, and then as seen, it comes back, we have to approve the dollar amount that's provided. I understand that absolutely we have to approve the dollar amount that's provided is it actually required that we make the request for the statement, or is that something that could be granted permission to Carrie to make a request?
I thought, so we are voting on the request.
Tonight we're voting on a dollar amount for what they came back, but
Right.
initially we have to vote even to make the request, which seems like maybe
It's an extra step.
extra step that I don't know that it really rises to having, it doesn't incur any cost to the town. It doesn't incur any cost to the applicant. It's kind of what Carrie and her role would be managing, you would think.
Right, so I'm assembling a town of Bethany development flow chart. And so it doesn't look pretty right now. But,
Flow charts really do.
right, but it's actually especially ugly. So planning board zoning determines, project implications. And then placing the agenda, requesting engineering scope to review. So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's almost like this should probably happen here right away. So we're trying to nail down what we do and then improve on what we do. So I think what you're saying is, if there's no wetlands, because there's other implications of wetlands as well,
Right.
is we would say right away, this would go left to request engineering scope to review. They go out and they scope the job, preferably before we have the next meeting.
Right, but based
And
on
so,
Carrie's
and then we
saying
get an
that,
estimate, we get an estimate back, and then we've cut a step out, we get an estimate back, and then we vote on the estimate. I like that, yeah.
Okay.
Let's move that to the left. Yeah, so we're trying to, it should be, I started by saying, there's not many steps in the process, and then I started, and I realized I don't have enough space on 11 by 17 sheet of paper and it all, make it readable. But then this went out, so we're trying to improve this process, so I like the idea of removing that additional step, because that adds, in the summertime, it adds a month, which is kind of crazy. So I think we can definitely streamline that. So. Okay, anything else? Okay. Oh, all right, hearing none, somebody make a motion to adjourn?
Second that.
Who made the motion?
I'll make a
I did.
Hey, Joe Figurito made the motion, Christina seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. It is 7:36 PM. Good night, Cable.
This is